Ooh. Hear the Halloween?
Oh, yeah. Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, that's the Halloween.
Oh, wow. I'm properly sporped.
All right. I have a story.
Oh, yeah?
We both do.
It's a twofer.
Yep. And I'm just going to jungus right into it.
Well, jung away.
All right. The perspective on this is a guy talking about somebody else's parents. Okay, that's why some of the wording is strange.
Uh-huh.
The parents had a nice, if awkward, first date, and around that time they would have said good night. The male in this situation, my friend's dad, suggested that they go for a midnight hike up in Provo Canyon. He apparently knew the place, since he had done a fair amount of rock climbing in the area. So, the two drove up to the mouth of the canyon, got out of their cars, and started hiking under just the light of stars, since it was a new moon. Why? What are you doing?
Right?
At some point, the man starts getting a quote-unquote bad feeling, since the pathway ahead, which would pass under some trees, would be too dark. And because it was getting to be quite late, he ignores the feeling and presses on. What?
No, you never ignore those feelings. What?
The woman would say that she had felt the same way at what was probably the same time, though she didn't know the trail like he did. A minute later, the feeling came back. He ignored it again and started walking a bit of the way into the trees, when his foot hit something soft in the middle of the path. Under the trees, it was too dark just to see what that thing was, and the feeling came back stronger than ever. Instead of finding out what his foot had bumped into, both of them, actually, had both agreed to hightail it out of there. Years later, after being married for quite some time, they were watching an interview with a serial killer, Ted Bundy. In response to the question asking him to describe the time that they felt closest to being caught, he explained about the night he lured a girl into Provo Canyon and had just killed her when he had heard some people coming up the trail. He explained how he had hid in the trees just in time, only to watch some guy walk right into the body, and for some reason turn around and walk away. Ooh.
No.
That's fucking...
Whoa, dude.
That's John Lorne Creepus.
Wow. No, there's no way, dude. That's so Corpus.
Yeah, it's really creepy.
No, dude. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to find that interview now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They gave me the sporpule tingules.
Yeah. Oof. Gross.
Yeah. Ooh.
Dang, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how it is, though, man. It's like, you never know who you're walking by. Like, what's that statistic? It's like 1 in every 11 people you walk by on the street, like could be a murderer or something like that. I don't remember the statistics, so don't quote me. But it's something like really scary, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Or the fact that like just a stupid amount of people go missing every year in the United States alone. Like,
yeah,
I think it's like 500,000 people, I want to say.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's certainly...
It's a lot.
I remember... It is a lot. I don't know if it's 500,000. I remember once hearing the number was like 280,000 a year.
Okay, let me start fact-checking myself before the comments destroy me.
I'm sure it differs every year, but, kind of interesting to think about. But yeah, man, that's Sporpus.
Holy
right
crap.
Up on the up end.
Yeah, in 2020, 543,018 people. In 2019, so it's actually down because people are staying home, COVID. It's actually down In 2019, it was just over 600,000. 2018, 612. In 2017, what was going on then? It was 600,051. God, just what? That's so many people, dude. That's like
that's a lot.
That's like an entire major city just disappearing. And a lot of it happens in national parks.
You know what got him?
Bigfoot?
Well, yeah, but you know what else got him?
Ted Bundy?
Oh, well, a little bit, but you know what else?
What?
The Halloween.
Oh, yes. The Halloween madness took them.
Ooh, okay. So you have a story now.
I suppose so. Oops.
From users, fan submitted by Mikkel86 to the Discord.
Yes.
Might I say, everyone, we have a Discord. It's in the link.
Check the link.
Look down there. Join us.
Send
us the stories.
That's right. The spooky sporpus.
At some point between now and Halloween, we will be doing a stream where you guys can call in and talk to us, but also send stories in because we like to read them.
Yep. We do check what you put in the Discord, believe it or not. We don't always reply. We don't always, engage, but we do check it. So
yeah, we're there. If you look in the Discord server up at the top right, Overlords.
That's us.
Kendall and myself. That's us. We see everything.
Yes, we know everything.
But yeah, send stories. You could send it to the channel. You could comment it in a video. Of course, the Discord's the easiest way to talk to us. There's a Facebook fan page somewhere. So, there's ways to do it. But anyway, Kendall, Mikkel86 wrote a story. What do we got?
Yeah. Okay. So I had a glitch in the Matrix sort of experience when I was in Walmart and I'm not going to dox you. We'll just say Alabama. I was standing across from the end of an aisle so I could see both sides of the aisle from there. I saw a couple and their son who was riding in their cart. Not sure how old he was, but he was talking in Spanish with his parents and to himself. Okay? Kids are weird, dude. Why do they talk to themselves? Why do they say random things like, you're gonna die, out of just the blue? Just, kids are weird. They're the worst. Anyway, he had... Woo! Spooky! He had one of those balloons on a plastic stick with a Paw Patrol balloon. Uh-oh. And he...
Yum.
And as he was waving it around and smacking things with it, it dropped. Or he dropped it. He started crying. Exactly. He started crying and pointing, but his dad didn't do anything, and his mom was saying something that sounded annoyed, like maybe he had dropped it before. I don't speak Spanish, but she was clearly annoyed with him. Well, yeah, if the kid's been smacking everything in, the store around with it and tossing it around, Again, kids are the worst. Woo! Kids are the real monsters. I went over and picked it up for the kid and went back to what I was looking at over at the end of the aisle. They went down the aisle the other way and eventually went around the other side, so I couldn't see them for the moment. When they came back around, they didn't have a kid anymore. They had a baby, and he looked like the same boy, just younger, and was holding the same balloon. Okay, what?
Ooh, weird.
Whoa.
That's weird. That's pretty bizarre.
Maybe it was just a similar couple?
I'm thinking... I don't. We'll let you finish, and
okay,
we'll talk about it.
The boy was smiling at me, and his parents noticed me staring, obviously processing what I'd seen. I didn't want to seem weird or rude, so I walked away and found my dad to tell him what I'd seen. He said it was late. We were making a stop on a 9-hour-plus drive home. Yeah, that is pretty... God, even 2 hours driving on the road, I start getting kind of weird. Anyway, and I probably was just tired. I know what I saw, though, and hopefully I'm just on some sort of Spanish prank show now.
Telemundo.
Telemundo!
I think, okay, the possibility here is, of course, the first possibility is he did skip in the Matrix, and
yeah,
because he saw the kid drop the balloon, They saw the mother talk to him. They went around the corner. He picked the balloon up. He went around the other way. He ran into them again, but the kid had the balloon again, and he was younger.
Right.
Now, in the story, he doesn't say anything about the parents being different.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't.
So the possibility is, if they had a cart, they had, in fact, 2 kids. One of them being an infant, one of them being a little bit older, probably, the one that he's talking about.
Yeah.
And that kid, he just didn't see that kid for some reason.
It's possible.
And both the kids had a balloon.
Right.
Right. That would be how I would logically explain this.
Right. And
but
one kid could have been standing behind the parents, when they're that young. Yeah. It's pretty... He didn't really mention, how old the kid was, just that the kid could fit in the cart. So that could be, 3 to 5, maybe? Maybe that's pushing it a little bit.
Maybe.
Again, I don't really know much about children, so I'm just guessing here, but...
So anyway, that's what I think could have happened. Or, of course, it wasn't, in fact, a skip in the fabric.
Yeah, I mean, glitch in the system, really,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had a little bit of an error, a runtime error, and they're like, play it again. He'll never know.
Again. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It could have been just a similar couple, and they were just, super tired.
Yeah, could have been.
I mean, because, I've had it before where, I've been driving on the 40, for, 2 hours plus, probably pushing 3 hours at this point, and I'm starting to get kind of that that roadway syndrome where everything is kind of just becoming hazy, and you're just kind of wow, all you see is road in front of you, and I'll pass a car, and there's something distinct about it, like a sticker, or it's got a weird, a crunched in fender or something. There's something that stands out about that car as I pass it, and a little bit later, I'll pass it again, and I'm like, how the hell? I already passed this car with the Yoda sticker on the back. How did I... This red, Toyota Camry with the Yoda sticker. I passed this already. How am I passing it again? So... and it could have just been that I get back over to the slow lane and I don't pay attention and I just get passed up with a chunk of traffic going by in the passing lane, because I'm just so road fatigued, or starting to get road fatigued. I don't want to sound like I'm a weakling here. You're over here talking about a 9-hour plus drive home, and I'm like, yeah, I can start getting really tired after 3 hours on the road. But So, yeah, maybe it was just a matter of you got some sleepies in your eyes and you didn't really notice the details, or the Matrix had a hiccup, or maybe they were ghosts. Yeah. Maybe the kid was a ghost all along.
Yeah. All of them were ghosts.
All of them were ghosts. I don't remember how to say ghost in Spanish, otherwise I'd impress you all.
Because what you didn't see was when they went down the aisle after the kid dropped the balloon, is that Halloween quick got him and killed him. And then he saw their spirits. See, they were real, and then he saw their spirits on the other side.
It was La Fantasma. That's right. I knew it was Phantasm or something. I didn't just Google that. So I guess if it was male, it would be El Fantasmo, because with an A is feminine, but for masculine it's El, La and El. Anyway, sorry, this isn't linguistics. This is spookus.
Jesus. Linguistics. It'll help you live a better life.
Liberty Mutual. I got diabetes. I'm Walter Cronkite.
Linguistics.
Get your fucking pancreas checked.
Get your fucking oatmeal and your linguistics. It'll help you live a better life.
Listen, folks, I'm Tom Selleck, and if I didn't trust these guys, I wouldn't be selling them. Now refinance your goddamn house so we can steal it.
All right. Well, yep. Who knows?
Who knows, man? Who
knows?
That's the spirit of Halloween is the only one who knows, and he does not tell us all his secrets.
No, he does not.
We bug
Hey,
him.
did you hear, Kendall, about Demi Lovato saying that calling extraterrestrials aliens is offensive to aliens?
I don't want to live in this world anymore. I think I'm done. I think when, like, can they just take me now, dude? Just like, yeah, boys, just I'm done. I'm not peacing out, dude.
It'll help you live a worse life.
It'll help you live. Sure, okay, why not? Because aliens are real and we have to mind their pronouns too. Okay. Okay, everybody.
All right. Okay. All right. That's so. I'm done.
I sound like I'm drunk. I'm so done. Halloween
This will
Madness.
probably means it'll be one of the better ones, so it's fine.
Content. All right.
Content.
Contact. First contact.
First. Okay, I'm done. I'm heading off.
Okay.